It is a very distinct honor for TDB Group and indeed myself to welcome you, Your Excellency, Mr. President, to the unveiling of the inaugural plaque of this TDB tower. At the outset, I would like to recognize Kenya's strategic role as a founding member from the Common Market of Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA. That was then, as you will all remember, the preferential trade area for Eastern and Southern Africa. It was back in 1985 when COMESA gave birth to what was then PTA Bank, that is today TDB. We deeply appreciate Kenya's role as one of the early champions that nurtured and insulated TDB in its beginnings and supported its growth and transformation into the award-winning, autonomous, regional development finance institution that it is today. Today, we have transformed into a group with several subsidiaries capable of delivering greater development impact with a much wider reach, including in special areas such as risk mitigation, insurance, training, capacity building, and concessional financing with some element of grant making as well. Kenya has been a gracious host of one of the key offices of this bank since 1994. That was some 10 years after our first establishment. Our first offices in this beautiful country, Kenya, was at the NSSF headquarters in Upper Hill. Then we outgrew that small space, and in 2013, we moved to Lenana Place further down the road, from where we are now gearing to move to these beautiful premises at TDB Towers. This will be our new permanent home in Nairobi. We are very proud over the years to have accompanied the government of Kenya and its private sector in the development of various key economic sectors in the country through our project, corporate, and trade financing windows. This is in line with the country's development aspirations and plans, and certainly the Big Four agenda, Your Excellency, and also very much in line with Vision 2030. We too subscribe to the four legacy frames and also the big push investments that you speak about regularly. We have endeavored to contribute to the sustainable development of Kenya through our participation in agribusiness, manufacturing, banking, financial services, health, transport, ICT, real estate, and also energy and infrastructure. It's a very wide range of sectors that we have supported in this very exciting country. Without listing too many specifics, I would like to just highlight one or two transactions. We are very proud to join forces with some of our partners, notably the African Development Bank, to support the iconic Lake Turkana Wind project. And not everybody knows the story of how difficult it was to actually get that project off the ground. And as His Excellency is nodding his head, I think I should give some tribute here to one of the champions of development in Africa, Dr. Donald Kaberuka, who was the sitting president of the African Development Bank at the time. And unknown to some of the key funders who were supposed to come into that project pulled out at the last minute. And Dr. Kaberuka picked up the phone and called some of us African financial institutions and said, I know you're planning to support this project, but I need you to step up. I need you to step up and cover some of the gaps that have been created by others who didn't believe. And we did just that. TDB Tower has already made its mark on the Nairobi skyline, standing tall and prominent in its distinct African savanna color hues. TDB Group's intention is that it becomes one of the city's landmark buildings and a home, not only for TDB Group, but Your Excellency, also for like-minded institutions such as the African Economic Research Consortium, which is very much supporting capacity building in terms of policy and economic interventions. We at TDB Group look forward to continue working hand in glove with Kenya and our other member states from the region from this office to contribute to some of the pressing development challenges ahead. Your Excellency, you've been very active championing the African Continental Free Trade Area. We know in this new context of disruptions with global supply chains, we need to build more of our own industrial capacity in our own regions, in our own countries, and we as TDB are ready to do our part to help build shorter supply chains so that the region can look after its own interests and not always be subject to global shocks, which are becoming much more prevalent these days. On that note, Your Excellency, would like to thank you once again for gracing us with your presence today and for unveiling our inaugural TDB Tower plaque. I thank you all very much for your attention. Thank you.
Iwapo unapenda habari ninazokuletea, basi subscribe kwenye channel hii ili uwe unapata uhondo kila wakati. Shukran.